Siddiqui makes his narrative spicy, although a bit cheap style, but very interesting. Now, on his narrative dealing with the Hilal magazine, on page 74, Siddiqui states, things came to a head when the Hilal editorially commented upon the qualities of the people inhabiting the Pothwar region between the rivers Attak and Jhelum, renames Indus River, bad history. The editorial was entitled Ilakai Khususiyat, translated in English, regional characteristics. Quoting from the Tuzak-e-Jahangiri, the autobiography of the Emperor Jahangir, and Hindu mythology, the author sought to prove that the Pothowaris by and large were a cowardly and mendacious people, and their women folk were promiscuous and unfaithful. I think this is true for all regions worldwide. I can't agree with him, especially regarding the women. बिकॉज एज दे से कि उर्दू में कहते हैं कि ये वो दरवाज़े हैं, ये वो घर हैं जिनके दरवाज़े चोरों के लिए हमेशा खुले होते हैं. अकॉर्डिंग टू माई फ्रेंड आबिद हमज़ा, ही डिस्क्राइब्ड women as those houses whose doors are always open for the thieves. Now, the article was taken note of by a number of the National Assembly members then in session. It was brought to the notice of the President, Field Marshal Muhammad Ayub Khan, who belonged to the Pothwar region himself. This is a bit far-fetched because Hazara, strictly speaking, can't be lumped with Pothwar. There is a very prominent mountain range in the middle, but anyhow, Siddiqui can do it. The President was naturally furious and gave the Army Chief, General Musa, a piece of his mind. There was hell to pay for the Director Public Relations and the editor. After a departmental inquiry, the editor was released from the service and the daily Hilal closed down. It reappeared as a weekly after some time and has since survived in that format. So, this is a very interesting revelation. Although Siddiqui, in order to make his narrative spicy, talks a lot of nonsense and sometimes is non-factual also. But this book is very interesting. The military in Pakistan, image and reality. I bought it many years back and I found this very interesting. Particularly interesting are his analysis of the 65 war and the mass psychosis and the mass neurotic disease that Pakistan developed after the 1965 war, particularly the cheap propaganda of Altaf Gohar, etc. The book is definitely interesting, although in some parts non-factual, in some parts pure nonsense, in some parts needlessly spicy and cheap, but that is how Siddiqui was described by my uncle, who was his class fellow and friend, as Katuria. His nickname was Katuria and he belonged to the Punjabi Saudagar community of Delhi, although later on accused of being rabidly MQM. Frankly, I am not into politics and this is not my interest, but my aim was to present this book, which is of interest to all readers of Pakistani military history.